Hi, my name is Sherry Hauser, and I'm the publisher with Glorybound Publishing. But this is a second in a series of little short videos that I'm doing for the ZAG, which is the marketing option. And this one is called Registering a Book to KDP slash Ingram Spark. I'm not going to go on Ingram Spark, but what I will do is as I'm working through the registration of the book on KDP, I'll talk about Ingram Spark and the difference between Ingram Spark and KDP so you can see how they're different. Okay. So I have my KDP site open. So I'm just going to kind of work through the process to give you an idea of what goes in the blanks. All right. So start from the bookshelf here. And generally, when I do a book, I'm looking for a book that I know I want to register. When I do a book, I'm going to this one here, this Sharing Old Lumpy Comes to Life here is is a book that I haven't registered yet. So, and this book is going to be a hardbound book, and so it's a little different. But I'll show you the process. I'm not sure if I'm going to upload the book or not. I haven't quite decided that yet. But I will go through the process of it for you, and then you'll see how it works. So what I do is I upload the titles and the all of the preliminary information directly from the files themselves, and that way I don't make any mistakes on them. Just it's important for them to be exact. So your title on the front of your cover and the title on this ISBN page and the title on the front page here, these all need to be exact. So it's important that Sharing Old Lumpy comes to life, Sharing Old Lumpy comes to life. And this is just a like kind of a subtitle thing. So it should be right, published. Sharing Old Lumpy, and it should be right here. Comes to life. Okay, because and then it has a slash, Sherry Hauser on there. Okay. And on this particular book, this is a children's book. So my sister is the artist in there. And so I'll show you just this this copyright page. I call it the ISBN page. So the copyright is me. This GBK is Glorybound Kids Books. That's our children's division of the publishing company. And this is the copyright 2026 for the art of my sister. It's Karna Peck. And this is her outfit, KPO, Karna Peck. Oh, I don't know what originals, I think. Sorry. Okay. 2007 is when the book was originally done. So this is a second, or actually it's a third edition of the book. You can see down here. Glorybound Kids Books, division of Glorybound Publishing. SAN, this number was given to our publishing company by the copyright office when we started doing a lot of copyrights. We own 1,000 ISBN numbers. So this is our number specific to our publishing company. Published in the United States of America. And the reason I'm going over this is I'm telling you this information. This is pretty much the information we're going to put in on that KDP page. So if your information is all in there already, it's really easy, copy and paste. All right. So published in the United States, I generally, at this point, I don't put printed in the United States because this book may be printed outside of the United States and I have no control over that. So I just put published. Third edition. Now, this ISBN number is a Glorybound Publishing ISBN number. It is not a KDP ISBN number. You know that right off for a couple of ways. There's these dashes inside of it. The ISBN numbers on KDP, they don't put dashes in them. Okay, that's number one. They are what is this, 11 and 13. The newer numbers are just one number, or the older numbers are one number. The newer ones, they give you two numbers. It doesn't really matter. I just think if you buy a newer number from Bowker's Link, and Bowker's Link is who sells ISBN numbers, they're kind of like license plates. So you buy a license plate and then you buy a car and you attach it to the car. So you buy a number from Bowker's Link and then you come back and you attach it to your book. And that's how it works. Then everybody knows this number is attached to this specific book. So the number is one of my numbers and it has already been attached to the book. I've already gone to Bowker's and I have attached this number to this book. Third edition, Library and Congress publication data. Some people put their number on here, which may be their numbers for their copyright numbers. Like when you do an official copyright, they give you copyright numbers. You don't need to put them in there. It's kind of like when you go into an elevator and they said, if you want to see the paperwork, come to the office. Same idea. Okay. Anybody can check on a copyright of a book by going to Bowker's, okay, or U.S. Copyright Office. Okay. This is me. Hauser, this is my birth date. Yes, I'm kind of old. Okay, Sharing Old Lumpy comes to life right there. And these are the sections that in a library they would put your book on the shelf. Children's books, title, and then this is our web address to our web. And then a lot of times I put I'll put Karna's up here too. And that's hers. KarnaPeck.com is her address. Okay. So, and then you have all of these people. Now, we had a bunch of people involved in putting this particular book together. It's kind of a fancy book. And so that's this one. And what you're looking at here is you're looking at InDesign. This is InDesign program. A lot of people are putting books together in Word, converting it into a PDF. It doesn't really matter, what program you're using to put the book together. What matters is that the information is there and that the information is transferred on over to KDP properly. Okay. So the size of this book, I'm just going to check on the size. Let's see, file, setup. Okay, it is 8.5 by 11. Okay, that's the size of this book. All right, so I'm going to go here, create a new title or series. In order to do a series, you need 3 books. I'm going to create a hardcover book because that's what I want to make. Okay. Hardcover books, there's limited sizes. At this point, I believe KDP offers 6 by 9, 8.5 by 11. They may offer more and they may change it. I don't know. Okay. So here is my title. Sharing Old Lumpy Comes to Life. I just copy it. I'm going to go around here and I'm going to snag the subtitle. There's the subtitle. Teaching kids to share with a song, music score, play, and Korean translation. That's my subtitle. If there was a series, I would add it to a series. I'm not going to do that at this point. And we saw that it was third edition, so we're going to put that in there. Just put a number in there. And then the author is right here, Sherry Hauser. Contributors. And you saw on here, I have a bunch of contributors. So right now I'm going to put illustrator, Connor Peck, add another. Okay. On my book, I've got a bunch. I've got John Jones. He's a music composer. It automatically goes author, but I'm not that. I'm not that. Okay. He doesn't really have a place for music composer. So I'm going to put contributions by John Jones. Now you'll know that notice that he has two N's on the end of his name. Well, that is how his name is spelled. If I didn't copy the name exactly as it is here, I may be tempted to mess that up. Okay, Marcy Lehman, she's a music editor. Add another, and she's going to be a contributor. Contributions by Marcy. And coming around here, and I'm just going to copy her name. Okay. Add another. I've got translation people. Youngju is the first one. Add another, oops, author, translator. Here's a translator. I don't think I can misspell her name, so I'm going to just put it in like that. And then this one is also a translator. Su Young. And Park. All right. So those are all in there. Now, those are all going to show up. They're all going to show up when the book is displayed. All right. Now I've got to find my summary, which I'm sure I have it. Here it is right here. Here's my summary. I do the summary ahead of time so that I know exactly, and there's no misspelled words. The language is all pretty and all that. Okay. So I'm just going to open up the summary. Okay. So I've got two summaries. I've got a formal and an informal. These summaries were done on an AI. Okay. And I put the whole book in there and it did a formal summary and informal and mine. Okay. And I'm going to use this one. Okay. All right. Now I like the this part here too. I'm going to go ahead and put that on there because this isn't really a normal kind of a story. Okay. And you can't tell from the story, you can't really tell that you've got all of these people and what the people are doing because it just says, um, you know, this, and this. So I'm just going to go ahead and put this stuff in here. All right. Because I think that it's important stuff. Now you can bold this. See how it has bolding right there. So you can bold that part. You can go music and you can go like that. Okay. You can come back and you can change this. There are some things that are not changeable after you put them in. Other things are changeable. This is one of the things that is changeable. I own the copyright. This is sexually explicit images or titles. Now, the first time that I punched this button, I thought things were going to blow up or something. I wasn't sure. The first time I did this, it was a guy who did a war book and it had a lot of language in it. It was a Vietnam War book. And all they do is they just kind of limit who your buyer is going to be. So it's not, it doesn't really do anything. But you do have to specify. Here is your minimum, maximum age. This is a children's book. I'm going to put ages in here. If it's not a children's book, then put nothing in there. Okay. So at this point, I'm going to make some ages in there. I'm going to put 4 to 12. Okay. And I'm going to note that because when you do the ebook has to match. Okay. And they're going to have you put it in. Categories are important. We're going to do some categories, children's books, and you just go down and pick. Now you can pick up, you can, here, this one's on family life because it's on sharing. Okay. Family life, step families, siblings. They don't want to share their log. Okay. And that's what the deal is. You can add 3 categories. Children's books, fairy tales. It's got animals in it, so we might focus on the frogs. It's got frogs in it. They're a little frog family that don't want to share. Fiction, and we'll do one more. Children's books. Science fiction, fantasy. It's more actually teaching kids something. So we kind of want to teach them something. So let's go with growing up, facts of life. Let's go family and social skills. Because it's got a play in it, and the book is meant to be, you can use it in the school classroom and stuff like that. It's got a song, all that kind of stuff in there. Friendship, social skills, school life. If we can get this thing to load. First day inspirational. We don't want that. I think bullying is good because remember they you don't know the story, I'm saying, but they bullied their little brother and sent him home. Okay. Save the categories. Okay. Now, these are if it's low content or large print. In order to check large print, everything in the whole book needs to be 16-point font or bigger, which means all of your ISBN data, everything in the book has to be 16-point or greater. All right. Low content is a journal and a planner. If you do a low content book, they will not give you a free ISBN number. Just telling you. KDP does not give ISBN numbers for books with a lot of empty pages. It's just a waste of money. Okay. So I had I saw it here, keywords. And these keywords I chose using the KDP Rocket. Okay. So I'm going to use, and that's a different video. Okay. I'm just going to take some from this one. And just because it says word doesn't mean it's just one word. It's like a little phrase is what they mean. Okay. I'm just going to put those in there. I'm just picking some. You can change these around. Again, you can look at one of my other videos on keywords and stuff, and it's a whole process. Okay. And one more. Okay, publication date are the same. Release the book now. Now it said was the book previously published, and this copy really wasn't. Now, if you wanted a free ISBN number from Amazon or from these people, you say assign an ISBN number, and then they're going to give you one. This is where you push this button and they're going to give you the number. I'm going to add my own ISBN number. And I'm not really sure whether this one or the other one. I'm just going to pick one because I don't think I need both of them. And it's oops, publishing. Okay. And what they're going to do is they're going to go check and make sure that this is registered to you. When I'm done here, and if it gives me red flags, it means that I've spelled something wrong or I put the wrong number in or something along that line. Okay, premium color with white paper is what I want. Here's your choices. No advantage over one or the other as far as that. When you do color, color is going to cost you about 5 times as much. Okay, different size. Here are the sizes that are available for hardbound books. Okay, 8.5 by 11. You can push no bleed, bleed. This is a bleed book. See, it goes all the way to the edges. Okay. And then glossy. And then we are to the point of loading the manuscript. So I'm going to stop the video at this point, and then I'll do the upload manuscript part on another video. Thank you very much.